Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Silver Ninja, going over the game Ant Legion and its many little parts. So welcome my fellow Antlords as we go over this simple yet complex game. Alright, so this feature is the arena, and I do believe it's unlocked pretty much immediately. And what we're going to look at is the Queen Legion combat today. And before I go into that, let me show you on the 4-leaf clover over here. You can see that your counters are full. Now this is something I typically avoid. I've had a very busy day and haven't had a chance to get in here, but I do my best to never let these counters hit 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5 for the Queen Legion combat, because if the counter's not moving, you're not gaining another chance to challenge, which means you're not maximizing your rewards, right? Now we do all have regular daily lives, so you can't just constantly be in here, but the timers are quite extensive. I'm only doing a little bit because I want it ready right when reset happens. So that should be close enough. And I always check my quiz ant there. All right, so let's go look at the Queen Legion combat here. So you can see who's ranked. Now I have 4 out of 5 temps, and my timer still has an hour and 45 minutes. Now, I do believe this is a 3-hour timer. Yeah, it's a little over a 3-hour timer for each challenge. So really, if you get this down to 5, you've got 12 hours to come back and hit it again before it maxes out. So if you're in here daily, that shouldn't be a problem for you. But even then, I mean, that depends on how active you are. I like to maximize my rewards, so I check this a couple of times a day, sometimes a little more, depending on what I got going on. So let's go look at the rewards. And here your rewards are, you get a daily ranking reward. And I think 600 is just pretty much the minimum. Now, make sure you do claim this by the end of the day. If you don't, you lose your free badges, okay? And there's a season reward as well. So how do you increase your rank? Well, you do battles, okay? We're going to go over the exchange shop. So every battle gives you badges, win or lose. This is the most, you get the most unique things. I say the rarest of the items, which is probably why there's only 5 challenges. You can't find this army gene anywhere else, or this army gene herb. That's found on your gene page. None of these you can find anywhere else. Well, maybe the superior egg, the golden egg. But these are pretty much only found here. Except for your free basic egg every day. And again, if you don't use it, you lose it. All right, now let's look into battles. So here's your record. You can see who's attacked you. And if you've lost, you have a chance of attacking them. Now, that would be why. Look, look at that haste soldiers on there. Super maxed. I just can't compete with that. Even if I came at them with nothing but melee and ranged. And actually coming at them with maxed ranged would be the best. Because ranged, it counters haste. So let's hit the challenge button. So what you'll notice here is the 4 random people. Sometimes you get them from your state, sometimes you get them from other states. If I see a clan member, I always try to attack them because why not? It's a fun discussion. And it's a challenge for them. I attacked someone that was had a higher nest than me, and it appears they just hadn't updated their defense in a while. So we're going to go over that here in a little bit. So you'll notice that the bottom one is always the weakest. You can also see their army size. So they have an army size of 145 versus the top one at 163. My army size is 188. So there's already a bonus, right? And you can see the points that determine their rank. I'm at 144, so I'm somewhere between 2 and 3. And you can refresh them. So let's open it up. So now, typically, if you're in a hurry, like if this was 5 out of 5, the first thing I'd want to do is hit the very bottom one. I like to set, this is what I like to battle with. And then I would hit the challenge button. A lot of people, including myself, will just come through and just hit this real quick, okay? And I'm just going to hit a couple of them. just to get them out of the way. I may not have a lot of time in the game, things like that. I don't have time to just look into it. So more likely than not, you'll win off that bottom challenge. But do keep in mind, every time you win, you go up in rank. So at some point, you are going to beat everyone that you can beat, and the only people who are left are those that are stronger than you. So you might then lose 3 or 4 battles, and that's okay. You still get the badges. I get 100 badges for winning. And if we're lucky, I'll lose one of these battles. I'll go looking for it. Yeah, here. So let's lose a battle real quick. And when I lose this battle, you'll see I drop in rank, but I still get 70 badges. Okay? So if you want to try to always win, I'm going to kind of give you what I do for that. But when I'm in a hurry, I will just always hit this bottom one. So let's take a look. So you can memorize what these ants do, and we'll look at that here in a second. And that'll give you an idea of what kind of troops they have in their defense. But you can also just go by, move, why won't you move? There we go. And you can see that I have higher army boosts, especially on the HP side. Now I focused on that on purpose. I feel I'll get less deaths and be harder to kill, especially if the game engine does more than one round. I don't know. They don't give you that information. All right. Let's see. Now I don't have these stats yet, so I'm not sure where to get them from. I'm thinking the totem, but they're not accessible to me yet, as far as I know. So army damage bonus. Okay, that's in the honor. You can upgrade that. That's the honor refinement. And then all your stats. So all the green arrows are you're better than them, and you can see that in the numbers. And all the red ones is they are lower than you. So you can adjust your army accordingly. Okay. So I'm lower in range but higher in melee. So I could send my haste soldiers and my melee soldiers, because my melee soldiers will counter their haste, or counter the range soldiers, and my haste soldiers will counter their melee, right? But I have better stats in my ranged, in my haste, than I do in my melee, so I'm just going to keep with this. Now you can come up here, and you can optimize your specialized ants to whatever you have on hand, okay? So now, let's see. One of my favorite ants that I still use is a Pavement Ant. If I only had haste, then I would change my ants to boost my haste as much as possible, okay? But because I also have range soldiers in there, I want to give them a boost. So I want the higher army boost, okay? And you'll see the little symbols on here. Pavement Ant has a shield. So that's typically a melee boost. So there's my melee. Some of them ants do army. Now this is, as you can see, a 25% boost. It's hard to find. I just got an ant. I think one of these ants will do it at some point, but they're not upgraded high enough. There's no evolution stars to them yet. So until that happens, the Pavement Ant is a go-to for me. And it's a lot easier to upgrade than some of your other ants. So if you don't have it yet, and you don't have a lot of gold ants, get that Pavement Ant upgraded as quickly as you can, and you can buy shards for that. I'm not going to go over where, but it's there. All right, so the Ponarine, the second ability of the Ponarine ants, and you don't have any effect here. This is all army scale, okay? So I could just do all army. Let's see if I have another one here. I don't have them memorized. There you go. So I could just do all army boosts, but I get a bigger boost to my haste when I use the fire ant. And since I have as many haste soldiers as I can send, I prefer to give them a 36% boost to help counter against melee ants that I'm going to be fighting. Let's see if we win. All right, sweet. Now I'm out of attempts. Okay, I used up all my free ones. So you can get free cards. You get them from events. Some of these badges you get from your daily quest and things like that. But these ones you can just buy with diamonds. Now it does go up exponentially. It doubles. So you hit the 500s. But you can buy those, get another challenge. Why would you do that? Well, maybe you want a higher rank, or maybe you need more badges. Right. So let's hit another challenge. Whoops. But one we win. So the first thing, hold on. I do a lot of these videos in my car because it's typically more quiet here than other places that I have to do them. So, all right. So now this is one I would avoid because the well, immediately you see the T9 ants besides the red arrows. So I won't fight anyone that has higher tier ants than me if I can help it. Look at these, they're all stronger than me. So let's hit the refresh button. I don't see anyone from my clan. So T8, okay, so I can take a look at it because they are T8 ants. And I am up in defense and HP. I'm only down in melee, right? And I am focused a lot of my strength on haste, which counters melee. So I think I have a great chance of winning this one. So let's go ahead and take a fight on that. But also you can see, whoops. Which one was it? Is it this one? Or it's not that one? That's how much I pay attention, I'm pretty sure. Okay. This will be fun. So you can also see, it wasn't this one. It was this one. All right. You can also look at the specialized ants they've thrown in there. They're not maxed out. Now, this 3 stars is great, but at level 70, they're going to have a less, they'll have a less army scale. Unless they're aided and it's just not showing us that for whatever reason. That's probably more likely the case. If you want to know more about aided, I'll look into my video on specialized ants. Watch these little buggers go at it. Are there ants? I don't think there's any ants that actually throw their stingers like that's showing. There are ones that will spit formic acid at you, I think. So that's kind of fun fact there for you. All right, so let's take a look at another one. Oh yeah, not going to try that guy. Nope. Nope. Refresh. T8, already a win. His boosts are way too high. So again, I'm now getting to a point where a lot of these guys are just stronger than me. And I'm just going to have to take a couple losses and so I can get more badges and things. Now, not likely going to intentionally take losses on a non-free challenge where I'm using cards and things like that, but I might if I want to get the badges. Well, this looks like an easy one. We're mostly green. They have a huge boost in haste. Okay, so I'm going to do haste versus haste as well as my ranged, which is why I do it that way. And upgrade the queen, research the Battletech army scale, unlock army military. I do have a video on army scale if you want to know how to increase that. Without going through it all yourself. Ah, he beat me. Well, 400% increase is pretty big, so I wasn't horribly expecting to win that. Now, someone with a really strong melee ants and a lot of boost towards the melee ants, which I don't have, would have done a lot better on that than I would have, right? And you could put all your melee ants in there. So, or even ranged, like maxed out range would have been maxed out range would have been way better against strong haste, right? Because ranged has a stat bonus. I don't know what it is. They don't tell us, but they do. So, all right. Well, that pretty much covers the Queen Legion combat. Make sure you collect your daily freebies. Make sure you save up and get these army genes. That boosts all of your ants. It takes like probably 2 or 3 days of playing and using up all of your free challenges by the end of the day. Hopefully you're doing more than 5. And by coming in a couple times a day if you're really trying to maximize your growth. And then buy these. Like I buy the army gene herbs every time the gene event is coming up. If you've noticed a trend in my videos, I now save all of my points for when when there's an event that'll give me rewards, because I already have all of these, and I have them evolved at least once, I think, on all but one of them. So I can now save my points for those things. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And if you see anything I've missed or want to add a little tidbit, feel free to say so in the comments. And remember, it's all for fun.